ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michaela Box, and I'm here today to inform you of the different marriage rituals around the world. The first marriage ritual that I'm going to talk about takes place in China, where the bride not only picks one wedding dress, but three. First, there's the traditional huipao, an embroidered slim-fitting frock that's usually made red for weddings, because red is a strong, lucky color in the Chinese culture. Next, the bride might swap into a white poofed ball gown that would not stand out in an American wedding. Finally, the bride ducks out of the reception to change into a third dress. This one is a gown of color choice or a cocktail dress. A number of cultures, from Celts to Gypsies, have incorporated some sort of leap over a broom into their wedding traditions. Today, broom jumping is most found in African American weddings, the traditional rooted in the days of slavery when marriage between enslaved men and women wasn't legally sanctioned. In the antebellum period, enslaved men and women would declare their union by jumping over a broom together. Thirdly, I'm going to explain to you the Jewish wedding culture. The breaking of the glass in Jewish weddings is which the groom crushes a glass under his foot at the end of the ceremony. Is a tradition with murky roots. Some hold the breaking glass symbolizing the destruction of the great temple in Jerusalem, while others say that broken glass is a reminder that joy should always be tempered. Either way, breaking the glass is usually undertaken in the spirit of happiness today, with wedding guests calling out Mazel Tov, which means good luck after the glass is shattered. Royal weddings in the United Kingdom do bridesmaids with a twist. Usually, the bride's attendants are young girls rather than contemporaries. At Queen Elizabeth II's wedding in 1947, there were 8 bridesmaids, most younger than the 21-year-old bride. Diana had 5 bridesmaids, the youngest of whom was 5. The royal bride, Kate Middleton, took it even younger in 2011, inviting her husband-to-be's goddaughters and Camilla Parker Bowell's granddaughter, both 3 down the aisle. In Peru, single female guests take part in a tradition a little sweeter than a bouquet toss. Charms added to ribbons are tucked between the layers of the wedding cake. Before the cake is cut, each woman grabs a ribbon and pulls. At the end of one ribbon is a fake wedding ring. The guest who picks that ribbon is said to be the next in line for marriage. Traditional Zulu weddings are marked by vibrant colors and dance-off between the bride and groom's families. Like many brides across the world, Zulu brides might start the day in a wedding white dress, but change into traditional tribal clothing after a church wedding. In a traditional ceremony, the groom's father slaughters a cow to welcome the bride. The bride places money inside the stomach of the cow to symbolize that she is now part of the family. Lebanese-style weddings kick off with music, dancing, and joyful shouting right outside the groom's door. This is Zayf, a rowdy traditional escort made up of friends, family, and sometimes professional musicians and dancers. This group escorts the groom to the bride's house and then sends him off in a shower of shouted blessings and flower petals. Russian grooms have to work for their brides. Before the wedding, the groom shows up at the bride's home and asks for his beloved. In jest, her friends and family refuse until he pays up gifts, money, jewelry, or simple humiliation. Grooms are forced to do silly dances, answer riddles, and perform goofy tests of worthiness like diapering a baby doll. Once the groom impresses friends and families with this bridal ransom, he's allowed to meet his bride-to-be. While Russian grooms are ransoming their brides, Pakistani men have to pay up if they want to keep their shoes. After a Pakistani wedding, the couple returns home for a ceremony called the showing of the face. Family and friends hold a green shawl over the couple's heads and a mirror as the bride removes the veil she wears throughout the wedding ceremony. While the newlyweds are busy gazing at one another, the bride's female relatives make off with the groom's shoes and demand money for their safe return. As you can see, the American way is not the only way to have weddings. There's many different wedding cultures and traditions celebrated around the world. I hope you learned a few.